Hello, I'm Ryan. You may know me as Rydog if you follow my WWE account. I decided to create a separate account meant strictly for ghost hunting and recording my paranormal findings in the future. Maybe talk about my ghost stories from the past and my experiences and other things like that. I hope that this account uncovers more about ghosts, uncovers more evidence, and helps turn skeptics into believers. Well, you can't really turn a skeptic into a believer. That could take years, but, get them in the right direction. I myself kind of have a skeptical approach where I try to debunk things before I confirm something is haunted or not, or something was caused by a spirit or not. Look around for all possible causes. Oh yeah. The thing I'm playing around with is this rock, this type of crystal or something known as labradorite. If light hits it at a specific angle, let me try to see if I can get it. If light hits at a specific angle, it glows blue. It has like a blue reflection to it. Looks like the aurora borealis almost. They say that this thing actually helps boost psychic abilities, which I'm actually not into quite yet because I haven't really experienced it too much in my life, but I guess things have been kind of happening ever since I got it. I've heard a couple voices, heard a couple sounds around me, such as footsteps and things like that. So I guess it does heighten senses, but I don't know yet. It might take me a bit longer for me to understand. I might have to take this on one of my investigations for me to fully understand what exactly I am looking at. Alright. Well, anyway, let's get it started with one of my experiences. Alright. It was Christmas Christmas in 2018, I remember. I got this new piece of equipment known as the Ovilus 5, which is back in my dad's apartment, actually. Well, besides the point, anyway, it's this device that picks up on the words that spirits are saying and actually displays them on a screen. I bet you've seen these things in the ghost hunting shows, such as Ghost Adventures and other things like that. Well, anyway, I remember I was playing around with it, trying to see how it works at the house on Christmas Day, and I believe I was contacted by the spirit of my grandma. There's something that she isn't really too happy about, and I'm very ashamed of occurring, which is that my mom never really took her headstone to the cemetery yet, and my aunt hasn't taken her ashes to the cemetery either, so she hasn't been buried in the plot that she paid for in her life, so she has reason to be angry. This is actually the first word that came up, which was headstone. So, yeah, that kind of threw me off guard because I kind of forgot it was even in the house for a while. So, I actually walked towards the headstone, which is right here. And when I'm walking towards this thing, the word walk comes up. It was as if something was saying, yeah, you better walk. Take a good long look at it. That's probably what they meant by the word walk. They were not happy by the looks of it. I remember calling out to Mom about it. And she's getting a little nervous, but not quite yet because she's a believer. Then anyway, next word, though, shook her like crazy. It was her middle name, Gail, which my grandma would call her. Whenever she's really ticked off, and barely anyone else she's known ever called her that, so she flipped when she heard the word Gail, or me call out telling her that Gail was here, that she was called Gail. She demanded immediately that I turn the device off and was freaked out, of course, because, you were just being scolded by your mother who passed away 7 years ago. Well, she had good reason to be scolded because that tombstone needs to get back to the cemetery. And yet, it's not going to the cemetery until the ashes also get there, because it's going to get damaged if we have to remove the headstone afterwards. So yeah, that's one of my experiences. That, although I haven't really seen any physical manifestations, it's probably one of the most chilling in my opinion, because it's someone you know, someone from the past, someone that wanted you to do something for them. That's the type of thing that kind of gets me a little nervous. Oh yeah, I hope you enjoyed that first story about my grandma. Like, comment, subscribe if you want more stories in the future. I'm gonna give you plenty. Bye.